Configuring encryption in the Postini admin console. This is actually for portal delivery and inbox delivery. First, you want to determine which users you want to enable encryption. It's if you want to enable all your users to have the ability to send encrypted email, you would just configure encryption on the users org where all your users are located. If you just want a select group of users to be able to send encrypted email, then I would highly recommend creating a suborg, enabling encryption on that suborg, and moving all those users to that suborg. This way you can ensure that you only get billed for those users that have been configured or enabled to send encrypted email. Also, it's good if you just want to test before you roll out to everyone, roll out in production for everyone else. You can create a suborg as well, enable encryption on that suborg, and just test with your account. So let's just move forward with creating a suborg. To the right of ABZ Gmail users, we'll just say this is my org where all my users are located. I'm going to go ahead and click on Add Suborg to the right of that. In the new org field, I am going to put, let's just see, ABZ Encryption users, and we'll go ahead and click Add. And then I am going to actually go back to the Orgs and Users tab here so I can see the entire hierarchy. And you'll see that ABC Encryption users is now suborg of my Gmail users org. Another reason why you want to create a suborg underneath your main users org is because the suborg will automatically inherit all the email security settings. So when you move a user from one org to another, their email security settings will stay the same. The only thing that will change is the fact that the users in the encryption org will be able to send encrypted email. Now for configuring encryption. We'll go ahead and click on the ABZ Encryption Users org here. We'll go all the way down, scroll all the way down to the bottom to the encryption settings icon. In order to enable encryption for this organization, all you would have to do is select an option besides no messages, of course. So if you want to select a keyword in the subject line to trigger encryption, just select the third radio button option, and you can put confidential, encrypt in the text box provided. The fourth radio button option is actually compatible with Outlook. So with Outlook, you can flag a message as confidential. When you do that, when you send an email, it'll automatically trigger encryption. So once you have your configuration settings set, you can go ahead and click Save. And also, there's additional ways that you can send encrypted email as well. Let's say you already selected a keyword, or you're flagging a message as confidential in Outlook, but you want to create another filter to trigger encryption. Here you can use Outbound Content Manager. Please note we have two content managers, one for inbound services, that's for inbound, and the other for outbound. So let's go ahead and click on the one in the outbound services section, the content manager, and then we just want to click on simply Add Custom Filter. So we want to select another keyword to trigger encryption. We can call this one Encrypt, and we'll just simply turn the filter status on, and then we'll set the rules. You can match any rule. You can select the location, whether you want the subject line, body, header, entire message. For this example, we'll just do the subject line. And select filter type. You can select starts with, ends with, contains text. Usually with subject line keywords, I typically recommend contains text. This way you can put encrypt in the subject line, and you can put a colon and any other subject matter you want to put in the subject line. So we have encrypt there, and then you want to determine your routing. Deliver and put a check mark in encrypt. Then you want to go ahead and save this filter. So you notice we have the filter saved, and we just have to turn the feature on now. In order to turn the feature on, you would just click the Edit Settings in the top right hand corner. You'll see two, Edit Settings here, Edit Settings here. They take you to the same exact spot. In order to turn the feature on, content filtering you just turn on, and then you would type in the admin's email address. It takes a quarantine administrator to be able to turn this feature on, and then just click Save. Now that we have an org configured for encryption, that's the ABZ Encryption Users org, in order to test, all you would need to do is move a user in that org. So let's go ahead and move a user there. I'm going to click on the users link in the blue bar at the top. Then I'm going to click Add, Delete, Move Users. In the box provided, I am going to select a user to move. Scroll down. I am going to select the appropriate users org, the ABZ encryption users. Simply going to click move users. And you'll see it has been moved to the ABZ encryption org. To double check, just click orgs and users tab, top left. To the right of encryption users, just click list users. So now you have encryption configured on an org, and you have moved your users or your user to that encryption org. Now it's time to test.